Yup, it's official. One Championship is officially out of contention for being one of the top MMA organizations in the world, especially after what Renner de Ritter had to say after his win over GM3, where immediately at the post-fight press conference in front of the media, he disclosed to other fighters and told them pretty much to not sign with One Championship as they don't give fights. They're very restrictive. They create hard situations and they hold and slow down careers. Crazy for a fighter like that who reached the top of that company, got 2 belts. Crazy for him to have to say that. He's already made his money there. He's had his success there and he wanted to move on. And, we don't hear this from other fighters who depart their fighting promotion. They don't say this. Like Michael Chandler coming in from Bellator did not tarnish Bellator. He just said he wanted to test himself in the UFC. Even when Demetrius Johnson got traded for Ben Askren and went there after all the years of Dana White putting him down in the media, not giving him what he wants, the whole thing with the TJ Dillashaw fight when Demetrius Johnson wanted $1 million. He never came out and said, oh, don't go out there and fight. Don't go out there and not sign with the UFC. Nobody, to my, recollection, who reached the top of the company really had those things to say. In terms of their fight promotion, the top fight promotions. Maybe on the regional scene, people might have said something that goes undisclosed, but this is the top promotions we're talking about. So that's one thing. Another thing are some of their key stars leaving, some of their key talent leaving. Demetrius Johnson, the face of the company that motivated One Championship to bring events to America. He left. Not a good thing for One Championship. And that's one. Miki Musumeci as well, a key figure in their jiu-jitsu area or field or whatever. He left as well. Gone into the fucking wind, eating pasta somewhere. And the pasta eating was all over the One Champion's social media and stuff. He was a key, kind of influencer fighter to, promote the brand and stuff and promote their jiu-jitsu areas. Sure, they do have the Rutolo brothers still, but Miki Musumeci, clearly way bigger of a name and more talented, I guess, per se as well. I don't really know too much about jiu-jitsu, but from what I've seen, I'd say Miki clearly because he's more proven. And also Sage Northcutt, who, yes, talent-wise, not up there with DJ and MMA or Mickey and BJJ, but still a well-proven name, a well-known name in terms of lower-ranked MMA to attract some eyes to One Championship, to the One Championship prelims and stuff. So he's gone too. All of these departures happened within the same time frame of the last couple of months. Crazy. And as for the talent that they have right now, we just saw their triple champ get thrown over, or at least now he's the double champ, which is still those divisions are still diminished in some way. But Umar Khan or Rug, I can't say that nickname, REUG times 2, absolutely dismantled him. Not a beatdown per se, a 50-42, but and they don't even judge fights that way. They judge it as a whole or something. But out-grappled him in most of the rounds. Didn't get hit by the strikes that Malkin usually lands on other fighters. And just clinched his way as well into a boring decision. You have to say there wasn't much action outside of that, outside those first 2 rounds. The last 3 was just complete boring some, clinching, stalling, and their triple champ Malkin did not prove to do much in those instances. And Rug, an 8-1 or 9-1 fighter, gets the job done. Crazy. crazy. And he's not like he's not like a Pereira who was 6-1 when he got the shot against Israel Adesanya. No, Pereira had a whole like established 33-7 kickboxing record and the rivalry with Adesanya to get the shot against Izzy. Rug is just a mixed martial artist, like a regular one at that, 8-1, and stuff, like not proven at all. Like he had one good win over the guy who beat the other the Persian heavyweight earlier on in the fight card. Buchecha, I believe, was his name. He had that win, as well. So, yeah. Not like that's crazy. Their double champ gets overthrown by an 8-1 guy. You would not see that. Not even the double champ, the triple champ. The triple champ gets thrown over by a guy who's not proven whatsoever, in my opinion. Maybe proven in one, but like overall, he's not like bludgeoning guys like Ngannou was when on his rise to fight Stipe Miocic the first time. No. That's not what was happening. So that's a crazy kind of thing. Like your double champ immediately gets put down. Like I wanted to see Malakin in the UFC. Not after that performance, I don't. So yeah, even De Ridder. Everybody expected De Ridder. I didn't. I picked GM3. But everybody else expected this double champion to come in and use his grappling to absolutely plow through GM3. GM3 won the majority of that fight. Yes, he got finished and he got, outdone in that third round. But if you want to look at rounds 1 and 2, where did De Ridder have any success outside of that knockdown at the end of round 1? Nowhere. GM3 was landing the way cleaner strikes. He had more control with a sprinkle of ground and pound to win out round 2. And then De Ridder obviously got the win. Yes, good for him, but again, that's a double champ. And even though GM3 is my guy, like, he's not ranked. He's not a ranked fighter yet. Very proven still, and a very good fighter, my guy GM3 is. But, like, not, like, a double champ? Really? That's crazy. That's crazy. And everybody expected him to do it. Everybody expected him to do it. And you have to live up to those expectations to at the same time prove that that double champ status is valuable. It isn't. That puts down De Ridder in some way. And also puts down the one championship belts as well. Seeing as though a guy like GM3 can, an unranked middleweight, put up a really good fight with your double champion. So that's insane. And even another one of the double champions that they're keeping on the sidelines. A problem that De Ridder highlighted in his post-fight press conference. Maybe not to his want, but Christian Lee has not fought in 2 years, I believe. He did have a scheduled bout earlier this year, but his last fight was still in 2022. And this is a double champion. And say what you want about McGregor, but the UFC did strip him of the featherweight title after a year. This guy's been holding on to not one, but 2 belts for 2 years. Crazy. And even if we want to look at his skill set, there's not much. Obviously, he's going to be fighting featherweights and lightweights. There's no way he fights welterweights. He is an absolute atom compared to those welterweights. Like, they'd shred him. So he's going to be fighting featherweights and lightweights. And he's not bigger than them. He doesn't have good footwork. He relies only on his overhand right when he's on the feet. His defense isn't there at all. He does have a good kind of ground game thing where he takes his guy down and immediately chases ground and pound, which is good. That's the one thing, but his takedowns do not come with too much technique, but he does get them down and he does ground and pound them out, which is the one like good part of his game, and that he does chase the finish for the most part, and that overhand right, as I mentioned too. So at featherweight, I don't see him being going too far. Maybe at best he gets ranked 10 to 15. At lightweight, I don't see him getting ranked. Everybody else is bigger than him. They have good takedown defense, and they will evade your one-shot overhand right. They just will at lightweight. So that's that. And I said, I want to highlight their contracts and stuff, which are insane. First, before I get into their contracts, look at the pay, right? From a year ago, October 2023. People are over like here in like North America and like South America and all that stuff where the UFC resides. They're complaining about the 12 and 12. And I think it should be higher. It should be at least 20 and 20. But one champion is giving a flat, at most, $3K for debuting fighters. That is insane. That is insane. Now, yes, I do believe they provide accommodation for the fighter and a coach, but maybe that covers like $2,000, $1,500 if the fighter's flying over. So, not a good look there. Pretty insane if you want to go there as a debuting fighter of some sort. And yeah, now some of the contractual stuff as well. This one, there's a bunch of them. I've highlighted the key ones that I think are insane. One of them being the extension after you become a one champion. After you become a one champion, you get extended by 24 months on your contract from when it expires. So I think that means that if you become champion in January 2023, and your contract ends January 2024, you get extended 2 years from 2024 to 2026, which is absurd. So, like, think about what happened with Ngannou, and he wasn't really satisfied. He would be even held longer captive if he was under the one championship banner. Insane. Some other things, sorry. Changing of the name without the consent of one. Or you can't change your name. So, like, Machado Gary would have never happened. It would have just been Ian Gary if one championship didn't want it. What? That has nothing to do with the fight. That has absolutely nothing to do with the fight. And champions have to return their belt anytime one demands it, and they can't appear publicly unless one consents to it. Like, you're under their leash, Chatri's over your shoulder, making sure it's glistening with gold. Like, it's just absolute BS. Like, a guy like Conor McGregor, from what I think, like, he can't be at like the Forged his like pub and giving his belt around to like fans to take photos of it. If one championship like didn't want so. If they didn't want it, McGregor, like, he doesn't have those one championship belts that he won in 2015 when he knocked out Aldo in that one championship boxing ring. He couldn't have done that. Which is absolutely insane. And on top of that, I know the UFC, I'm not saying the UFC contract is like perfect too, but they also have, on top of this, with the lack of roster and everything, and like they don't offer fights and stuff, they also have, and the extension, and on top of those contract extensions, they also have exclusivity periods and matching periods. 60 days after your contract is up is where the exclusivity period is, and then a matching period of 1 year. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, after what DeRitter said, after like seeing all these stars leave, like the talent pool isn't like worth it. They don't even have too many stars atop. They have the Muay Thai scene. They have super like Rotang and Haggerty, and they have Stamp Fairtex in the women's division, and someone else. Oh, they also have the Rutola brothers. As I said, like as a fighter, it's not worth going there, especially like a debuting one. And as a fan, like why would you watch one championship consistently when you know you're not getting the best in terms of not in terms of from like promoted top MMA promotion. Like they're claiming to be a top MMA promotion. Like you don't see Cage Warriors say that. Everybody knows like Cage Warriors obviously does not match the talent of one championship, but they're not being promoted or seen as one of the top MMA organizations in the world. One championship is saying that, oh, they are the top dons and stuff. So yeah, those are my thoughts on why I think like one championship isn't gonna be prospering anytime soon. And yeah, give your thoughts in the comments if you want, like or dislike the video if you want to, or just click off. So yeah, appreciate the listen. Peace.